Have you ever noticed how, as we get older, our days can sometimes feel heavier than they used to? Maybe you wake up in the morning and it takes just a little longer to get moving, or perhaps your energy seems to run out halfway through the day. It's easy to chalk that up to age, but here's the truth: age is just a number. What really matters is how we take care of ourselves every single day. Believe it or not, there are simple daily habits that can add not just years to your life, but life to your years, healthy, vibrant, joyful years that you can truly enjoy. Think of your body as a garden. If you water it, nourish it, and tend to it every day, it thrives and blossoms. But if you neglect it, it starts to wither. The good news is, it's never too late to start watering your garden. Even after 60, making small, intentional changes to your daily routine can have a powerful impact on how you feel, how you move, and even how long you live. And the best part? These aren't complicated medical treatments or expensive solutions. They're small, simple things you can do every day to stay strong, sharp, and independent. So let's dive into the first habit that can transform your health and give you more years to enjoy. One of the most overlooked secrets to longevity is hydration. I know, you've heard it before: drink more water. But let's be honest, how often do we actually do it? As we age, our sense of thirst becomes weaker, so we may not even realize when our body is crying out for water. That dry mouth you ignore, the fatigue that hits you in the afternoon, the stiffness in your joints, often, those are all signs of mild dehydration. Drinking enough water isn't just about quenching thirst. It helps your body flush out toxins, keeps your skin looking younger, cushions your joints, and even sharpens your mind. Studies have shown that even mild dehydration can cause memory lapses and slower reaction times. Imagine how much better you could feel just by keeping a glass of water by your side throughout the day. A simple tip: start your morning with one full glass of water before you have your coffee or tea. It wakes up your system, rehydrates you after sleep, and sets the tone for the day. If plain water feels boring, try adding a slice of lemon, cucumber, or even a few berries to give it a refreshing twist. Now, let's talk about something just as essential: movement. Not exercise in the way you might be thinking, not hours in the gym or running marathons. What I mean is simply moving your body every day. Think of your muscles and joints as hinges on a door. If you stop opening that door, the hinges rust and get stuck. But if you open and close it every day, it stays smooth and easy to use. After 60, regular movement is the difference between independence and needing help with daily tasks. Even a short walk around your neighborhood, a bit of light stretching in your living room, or dancing to your favorite song can do wonders. Movement boosts circulation, strengthens bones, improves balance, and protects you from falls, the number one cause of injuries in older adults. And here's something powerful: every step you take helps your brain, too. Walking increases blood flow to the brain, which can keep your memory sharp and your mood lifted. You don't need to do it all at once. Start with 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Maybe park a little farther from the store entrance, or take a few minutes after dinner to stroll outside. The key is consistency. Your body will thank you for it. But let me share another habit that might surprise you. The way you begin your morning can set the tone for your entire day, and it can even affect your long-term health. After 60, mornings can sometimes feel sluggish, and it's tempting to reach for the remote or stay in bed just a little longer. But creating a simple morning routine can make a huge difference in your energy, mood, and even your longevity. Instead of starting your day in a rush or on autopilot, give yourself a few moments of calm and intention. Take 3 deep breaths while sitting up in bed, stretch your arms overhead, and think of one thing you're grateful for. Gratitude has been linked to lower stress, better sleep, and even a stronger immune system. Then, once you've had your glass of water, step outside if you can, even just for a few minutes. Morning sunlight signals your body to wake up, balances your internal clock, and helps regulate sleep at night. These little rituals may seem small, but over time, they add up to a healthier, happier life. Imagine this: you wake up tomorrow morning, drink your glass of water, stretch your body, step outside into the sunlight, and take a short walk around the block. How do you think the rest of your day would feel? Lighter? Energized? More focused? These habits don't take hours. They don't require fancy equipment. They're small acts of self-care that remind your body and mind that you are still in charge, that your health and happiness matter, and that life after 60 is not about slowing down, it's about living fully. When you start embracing habits like hydration, movement, and a mindful morning, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. And that's the goal, isn't it? To wake up every day with the energy to do the things you love, to spend time with the people who matter, and to enjoy the simple pleasures without being held back by fatigue, aches, or a foggy mind. Now that you can picture how powerful these small habits can be, let's continue exploring the other daily practices that can add not just years, but healthy years, to your life. Now that we've begun to shape the foundation with hydration, movement, and a strong morning routine, let's dive even deeper into the little choices that can change everything about how we age. Because at this stage of life, it's often not the big, dramatic changes that matter most, it's the small, consistent steps that quietly build a healthier future. One of the most powerful habits you can adopt after 60 is nourishing your body with the right foods. And I'm not talking about complicated diets or giving up every food you love. Think of it this way, every meal is like fuel for your engine. If you pour the wrong kind of fuel into a car, it won't run smoothly. The same is true for your body. After 60, your digestive system becomes a little more sensitive, your metabolism slows down, and your body has different nutritional needs than it did when you were 30 or 40. What you eat directly impacts your energy, your mood, your weight, and even your risk of diseases like diabetes, heart problems, and dementia. So what should you focus on? Think simple, colorful, and natural. Fresh vegetables and fruits, lean proteins like fish or chicken, whole grains instead of white bread or rice, and healthy fats like olive oil and nuts. These foods give your body the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants it needs to repair itself and fight off illness. If you're wondering where to start, try adding one more serving of vegetables to your plate each day, or swap your afternoon cookie for an apple with peanut butter. Even small shifts can make a huge difference. And here's something you might not know, certain foods are especially powerful for seniors, like blueberries, which help memory, or leafy greens, which strengthen bones. The point isn't to eat perfectly, it's to eat with intention. Every bite can either build you up or wear you down, and you have the power to choose. As important as food is, another habit plays a role that's just as critical: quality sleep. Many people think poor sleep is just part of getting older, but that's not true. What happens is, our sleep patterns change, and if we're not mindful, we end up tossing and turning, waking up tired, and dragging through the day. Sleep is when your body repairs itself, clears toxins from your brain, and balances your hormones. Without good rest, your memory weakens, your immune system struggles, and your mood takes a hit. So how do you improve sleep after 60? Start by creating a gentle bedtime ritual. Instead of watching TV right until you close your eyes, try reading a calming book, listening to soft music, or doing a bit of light stretching. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. And most importantly, stick to a regular schedule. Going to bed and waking up around the same time every day trains your body to rest better. Even something as simple as avoiding caffeine in the afternoon or turning off bright screens an hour before bed can give you the gift of deeper, more refreshing sleep. Imagine waking up not groggy, but clear-headed, ready to enjoy your day. That's what good sleep can do for you. Now let's talk about something that often gets overlooked but has an incredible impact on your health and longevity: social connection. After 60, many people find that their social circles shrink. Friends move away, children grow busy with their own lives, or sometimes we simply feel left out of the fast-paced world around us. It's easy to retreat into isolation, but here's the truth: loneliness can be just as harmful to your health as smoking or obesity. Human beings are wired for connection. We thrive when we feel heard, valued, and loved. Staying connected doesn't mean you need to surround yourself with dozens of people. It's about meaningful relationships, those few people who bring you joy, comfort, and laughter. Call an old friend, join a local club, attend community events, or even explore online groups where people your age share hobbies and stories. A single heartfelt conversation can lift your spirits, reduce stress, and even strengthen your immune system. It's amazing how simply talking with someone who understands can make the world feel brighter. And here's the best part: connection works both ways. When you reach out to others, you're not only improving your own health, but you're also giving them the gift of companionship too. It's one of the most beautiful habits you can cultivate because it enriches everyone involved. Now, think about this: when your body is nourished with the right food, when you're getting quality sleep, and when your heart feels full from connection with others, life feels lighter. You move through the day with more energy, less stress, and a deeper sense of joy. You begin to see that aging isn't about decline, it's about becoming wiser in how you care for yourself. It's about realizing that the choices you make today ripple out into the future, creating a life that's not just longer, but fuller and richer. These habits don't require perfection. Nobody eats the perfect diet every day, nobody sleeps like a baby every single night, and nobody feels socially connected all the time. What matters is showing up for yourself consistently, in small ways, over and over. When you nourish your body, respect your need for rest, and nurture your relationships, you're telling yourself, I am still worthy of health, happiness, and love. And that belief alone is powerful enough to change the way you age. With every sip of water, every walk around the block, every thoughtful meal, every restful night, and every warm conversation, you're building a foundation for years of independence, energy, and joy. You're proving that after 60, life isn't about winding down, it's about leaning into the habits that make you feel alive. And when you do, you'll discover that adding healthy years to your life isn't a dream, it's something you can start creating today. As we continue to build this picture of a longer, healthier, and more joyful life, there are still a couple of habits that tie everything together. These are often the ones people underestimate, yet they can be the difference between simply existing and truly thriving after 60. One of the most important habits is keeping your mind active. Just as your muscles need movement to stay strong, your brain needs challenges to stay sharp. Think about it: if you never use a skill, it fades. The same is true for memory, focus, and creativity. Too many people fall into the routine of doing the same things day after day, letting their minds drift into autopilot. But your brain is like a garden, it grows when you plant new seeds. Learning a new skill, playing a game that makes you think, or even just reading something a little challenging all keep your brain pathways alive and strong. You don't have to master a new language or solve complex puzzles unless you want to. Even simple things like trying a new recipe, learning how to use a new app on your phone, or practicing a musical instrument can give your brain the stimulation it craves. Crosswords, Sudoku, memory games, or even storytelling with grandchildren all keep your mind engaged. The goal isn't to be perfect at it, it's to keep your brain curious and active. Science shows that those who challenge their minds regularly are less likely to experience memory loss and dementia. Imagine sitting down with your family years from now and being able to recall stories, names, and details with clarity. That's the gift you give yourself when you make mental fitness part of your daily routine. Equally important, though, is the habit of managing stress and nurturing emotional well-being. After 60, stress can be more harmful than ever. It raises blood pressure, weakens the immune system, and takes away your joy. Yet, many of us carry invisible burdens, worries about health, money, or family. The truth is, stress will always exist, but how you respond to it makes all the difference. Learning to let go of what you cannot control and focusing on what you can is life-changing. One of the simplest ways to ease stress is through breathing. Yes, something as natural as breathing can calm your body and mind. Taking slow, deep breaths for just a few minutes a day lowers your heart rate, relaxes your muscles, and clears your thoughts. Another powerful tool is gratitude. Remember earlier we talked about starting your morning with gratitude? Carrying that practice into your day can shift your perspective completely. When you pause and notice the good, whether it's the warmth of the sun on your face, the taste of a home-cooked meal, or a kind word from a friend, you remind yourself that life is still full of beauty. And beauty fuels happiness. If stress feels overwhelming, try activities that naturally calm the mind: gardening, knitting, prayer, meditation, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea. Emotional well-being is not about ignoring problems, but about creating balance so those problems don't drown out the joy in your life. And when your mind is calm, your body follows, your heart beats more steadily, your immune system works better, and you feel lighter. Now, let's take a moment to bring it all together. Think about the habits we've explored: drinking enough water to nourish your body, moving daily to stay strong, starting your mornings with intention, fueling your body with wholesome foods, giving yourself the gift of restful sleep, staying socially connected, keeping your brain sharp, and nurturing your emotional health. Alone, each one seems small. But together, they create a powerful ripple effect. They build a life where you wake up with energy, move through the day with confidence, and rest at night with peace. The truth is, adding 10 more healthy years to your life isn't about one big change. It's about these small, daily choices that slowly transform the way you live. When you look back years from now, you won't remember the exact day you started drinking more water or the first walk you took around your neighborhood. But you'll notice how much easier it is to climb the stairs, how clearly you remember your grandchildren's names, how deeply you sleep, and how joyful you feel in moments both big and small. That's the reward of consistency. And here's something I want you to remember: it's never too late. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, your body and mind are always listening to how you treat them. They can improve, adapt, and heal, no matter your age. Don't let the number on your birthday cake convince you that your best years are behind you. The truth is, your best years are the ones you choose to make the best. By practicing these habits, you're not just adding years, you're adding life to those years. So, as you reflect on everything we've talked about today, I encourage you to pick just one of these habits to start with. Maybe it's that morning glass of water, or a short walk after dinner, or calling a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Start small, and let it grow. Over time, these little choices will transform your health, your energy, and your happiness in ways you never thought possible. If this message has inspired you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these habits do you already practice, and which ones do you want to try? Share your experiences in the comments below. I always enjoy hearing your stories, and you never know who you might inspire by sharing your journey. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We share practical, uplifting advice to help you live your healthiest, happiest life at any age. Together, we're building a community of strength, wisdom, and joy, and I'd love for you to be part of it. Remember, small changes can create big results. Every step you take toward caring for yourself is a step toward a longer, stronger, and more joyful life. Here's to living your best life after 60, and proving that age is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a new, healthier, more vibrant chapter. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.